What is going on, guys? It's Panda here. We are back for some more Katawa Shoujo going on Rin's path. We haven't quite yet got a, piece of the puzzle yet, or scrapbook, whatever. Shut up, don't judge me. But we are slowly getting through it. Anyway, as I was saying, Panda 4232 resides in New Zealand. Date of birth 23rd of September 1991, and but you can also see this plus more on my Match.com dating profile. So if you go to Match.com /profile the hot panda, you can send me an invite. We can have a bit of fun, alright, one night maybe, ladies, I'm talking to you, alright, and no, okay, maybe just ladies, alright? I know you're out there, I know you're watching my videos, probably getting off already just on my voice, but yeah, you can either do that or flick me an email at hotranger69@hotmail.com. I'm always available, right? So yeah, just if you want to have a bit of fun, I'm also on Craigslist. I'm kidding, I don't even know what Craigslist is, apart from a name. A website, I know that much. It's like kind of like the classifieds in a newspaper, maybe, I think. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that intro there, but let's carry on, shall we, with Rin fucking the shit out of our mind. Oh, that's a fantastic that's a fantastic start. Do you want me to do it with my foot or my mouth? Right. I forgot what we were doing here. It seems as if we are alone in this art classroom, and she's asking me whether she wants her to do it with her foot or her mouth. From experience, I would initially say mouth, but I've never had it done with the foot, so you know what? Let's go with the foot. Let's go with the foot. What did you say? She tilts her head and brows, forming questioning arches as if she doesn't understand that I didn't understand the question. I don't mind drawing either. Oh, drawing! Oh, well, it doesn't matter then. Do whatever you want. Yeah, I thought we were talking about something else here. You'll look better if I do it with my foot, though. With your foot then, if it's all the same to you. Nodding in answer, Rin gets up from her seat and kicks off her sandals. In two fluid motions, she picks up the paper sheets and drops it on the floor, then snatches the brush between her toes before sitting on the floor in a weird half-cross-legged position. Just off a little side note, I bet she gives fantastic foot jobs. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm sure she's probably had plenty of practice. That's another thing, actually. Another side note, another disgusting little side note. She must be very sexually frustrated, because she can't, I'm sure you know. Unless, Emmy does that for her, but that would be kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just sick and perverted today. Although I've seen her do everything with her feet already. Everything, Hisao? From eating to painting, the display of dexterity is so prodigious? No, I don't know. That I just stare at her, stunned. Rin contemplates her blank paper intently. The sharp tip of her brush hovers over the paper in anticipation. When she raises her head to see if I'm ready, I quickly turn my face away. Paint me like one of your French girls. I'll go first. Make a pose. What kind of pose? I don't know. A posy kind of pose. It doesn't matter. That's the point. You have to make the sketch of the impression you get, not decide beforehand. I end up just sitting in my chair, my hands hanging limply between my knees. Sounds incredibly like a very gay pose. I look at her and she looks at me for a moment before beginning. Rin's stare is piercing, but impassive, as if she were trying to absorb a part of me into her own self. I feel like I'm physically shrinking under the pressure of her gaze. I get the feeling that for the first time since we met, Rin is actually looking at me, instead of in my general direction. She sketches with confident bold sweeps of the delicate brush, not caring about the potentially destructive consequences of an accidentally misplaced stroke. After she's happy with the outlines, she stands up to pose for me, sketching her back and legs. This time she doesn't look at me. Instead, Rin lets her gaze wander around the room. I'm relieved. It's easier to stare at someone when they aren't staring back at you. That sounds incredibly sketchy. Even so, I find it hard to get the sketch going. You're not exactly an artist, are you, Hisao? I'm not especially artistically talented. There you go. So I'm scared my portrait will turn into something disfigured, especially when compared to my partner's skill. Well, to be quite honest, she's already disfigured. I mean, she's got no arms. Okay, that was really cruel and harsh. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, Rin. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you disfigured. I don't want to embrace myself too badly on the first... Oh, embarrass, not embrace. On the first try. Rin is not helping the process either. She doesn't stand still for even 10 seconds, tilting her head from side to side to judge her drawing, biting at her lower lip, looking unsatisfied and constantly shuffling around like she was on hot coals. I finally managed to make some headway on my sketch, and with my outlines done, we both start inking in the shadow and light. Namaya passes by and remarks on the beginnings of our sketches. Very good! Standing figure is easier for a beginner to get a grasp of. But I didn't choose the pose. I look at him and then at Rin in confusion, but he's already moving on to the next pair, and Rin seems unresponsive. I didn't do that. Sorry. Just like when she was painting the mural, Rin has become so engrossed with her work that it seems she has shut me, the classroom and the entire world itself out from her own little sphere of existence. Every now and then she leans backwards, seemingly to get some perspective. Sometimes she bends forward, leaning down until her nose almost touches the paper. This rocking back and forth looks silly. Suddenly, Rin proves she hasn't completely drifted off into a world of her own, and speaks. Are you having fun already? She doesn't raise her eyes from the drawing, which is a good thing. The breaking of the silence sends a jolt of surprise through me, as if I had been electrocuted. I don't know yet. It's hard to say. I feel like I'm stuttering more in this path than in any other. It's like I've become Hanako. I can't hear how she replies to my answer because it seems she is suddenly having a private whispered conversation with her sketch. I don't understand how she can draw so well when she has the attention span of a butterfly. How would you know what sort of attention span a butterfly has? They are very busy beings, you know. As it seems she lost her interest, I go back to work on my drawing as well. Man, I want to see these drawings. I try to add texture to Rin's hair to somehow grasp the way the golden afternoon sun lights her bright red to slay a flame and transfer it to my paper in shades of black and grey. I just felt that needed a more sophisticated voice. You know, the golden afternoon sunlights, the bright red... I don't know what that word is. To slay. Somehow this pen and the bottle of ink seem like such lousy, inadequate tools for the task. Maybe you're just lousy and inadequate for the task, huh? Huh? Minutes pass, but the sketch doesn't magically look any more like Rin than it did before. Her voice wakes me up from my despair. What about now? Excuse me? Are you having fun already? Why do you keep asking that? You're like a kid in the car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there? No! Shut the fuck up! I'll tell you when we're here. I swear to God, if I hear from those kids one more time, I'm going right back to Connecticut. So hear that, kids? No more fucking Disney World. Are we there? That's it! You're adopted! Because it's a club, right? Clubs are meant to be fun. You join to have fun. Are you having fun? Is it important that I'm having fun? Well, yeah, otherwise what's the point in being in the club? Yes. Okay, I'm having fun. That was a lie. That was a blatant lie, Hisao. I'm disappointed in you. I could even tell that that was a lie. Just to get her to shut up. Now this is the girl you're trying to get into. You don't just, want the girl to shut up. But Rin's going to accept it anyway because, well, Rin is Rin. Good. I wonder if I said that just to please her or if I really meant it. I can't really decide which it was. Definitely not the latter. I don't hate this though. I can honestly say that much. That's good enough for now. I want to see it. I want to see it. Man. It's gonna look something like that portrait in the hallway, that really ugly looking thing. As the allotted time to finish the studies quickly ticks away, I desperately try to improve my awful sketch, but it doesn't seem to get any better. Come on, I wanna see it. I bet Rin's one is fucking amazing. Like, we look absolutely incredible. I want to start again from scratch, but what would be the point? There's no time for that either. Okay everyone, that's it for today. Please turn in the drawings on my desk and I'll see you all next Monday. Wow. What, Hisao? I'm sorry, who were you looking at? The fuck is this? I expect Namaya to say that. The fuck is this shit, Hisao? This is fucking horrible. Oh, come on. You've got to be... What is with this? Like, she's got one lopsided boob? I glance at my portrait. It doesn't exactly look like Rin. I guess you could say it portrays her, but that might be a bit generous. The nose and jaw look hideous. I can't even see a nose or a jaw. I see a line. And the shading is terrible. Yes, I'd have to agree. It looks like you fucking did this drawing on Draw Something, honestly. Granted, it's my first attempt at drawing with ink, but it's still pretty bad. It's not bad. It's not good either, it's fucking terrible. She's smiling. She sneaked up behind me while I was lost in thought. Maybe a subtle smile, but it's a start. Damn it, I was hoping I could smuggle the portrait to the teacher without you seeing it. Why? I'm not really happy with it. I wish I could draw better. You just need some practice. Could you take my drawing to the teacher too? Oh, she wants you to see it. Curious myself about how the sketch turned out, I peek at the picture. From the way Rin was drawing, it looked like she was really into it. Oh yeah! I look like the fucking man! And Hisao doesn't look too bad either. It's excellent. Somehow the seemingly arbitrary strokes come together to form an image of my face, from the shape of my chin to the messy hair to the somewhat gloomy expression. You look fucking awesome. My god. Blows my mind too. That's an incredible sketch. Her sketch blows my mind. I have to say, you, my dear, are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow. You're amazing. It's not that amazing. I wasn't talking about the picture, I was talking about you. You're amazing. But thanks. I take a closer look at her work. It's still glistening with slowly drying ink. You know, I look kind of grim here. You do look kind of grim. I mean, I agree, but it's also true otherwise too. Like this you, not the you I'm in. I do? I think so at least. Her simple statement makes me suddenly feel incredibly self-conscious. I feel like I need a mirror right now to confirm or debunk Rin. It's a nasty feeling. Maybe it's just her. I hope it's just her, and that I don't look like that sketch to everyone. That's one thing you never know. You never know what you look like to other people. You have sort of like an image you think that you look like to other people by looking at yourself in the mirror, but you look completely different to that to other people, like, you know, on the street or whatever. Same with how you sound. See, I think I sound absolutely awesome, but then if I listen to myself talk, you know, in a recording back then, I'm like, why do people like my voice? This is crap. I hate my voice. Oh look, now I'm self-conscious. God damn you, Hisao. It's a good sketch, but somehow I get a really oppressive feeling from it. I like it, to be honest. I see. Anyway, it looks really good. You really are amazing. Oh, look, we made her grin. She's happy. Well, not grin, but thanks. I'm glad. I could draw you. You are an interesting person. Oh, you. You're an interesting person too, but that didn't help me much. My self-deprecation, has no limits today, but Rin ignores it all. I knew that I could never compare, but to see the difference with my own eyes is quite humbling. See, I tried to make you look like you think a lot, since you did a lot of thinking. Wait, let me go back, I want to see this. It does look like he's kind of contemplating a lot. You know, he's contemplating his life. Maybe even suicide, to be quite honest. He does look very grim, yeah. And yeah, I might have overdone the fed up with life expression, but cynics are like that, right? Yeah, it does look like he sort of wants to, you know, commit something. I want to retort something snappy, but Namaya gives me no time to think, ushering us to the door. Get the fuck out of my club! Hurry up, you two! While we've been chatting, the rest of the club has taken their leave. I quickly pick up our drawings and take them to the teacher's desk before hurrying after Rin, who has already left the classroom. She is not in the hallway, to my surprise. I wonder where she managed to run off to in just a few seconds. Would have been nice to talk more. Well, not that I had much to say, except maybe get back at her for calling me a cynic. It's surprisingly late. I already got used to school ending at the same time every day, so I can feel the extra hours in my head and my gut. Oh, this is an after school class. Oh, that's kinda meh. Although, we get to hang out with Rin, so that's alright. My growling stomach reminds me that I am absolutely ravenous. I'm so hungry that I dare to try anything the cafeteria staff has deemed edible. You know, this cafeteria really doesn't look that bad. I'm pretty sure the food surely couldn't be that bad as well. I think this is like a vending machine or something over here. If the food really is that bad, hell, you can have something out of the vending machine. Albeit that's a pretty bad lunch, like a packet of chips and a soda or something, but hey, it's better than the supposedly edible stuff at the cafeteria. Or so you like to call. Even when I see today's delicacy, fried mystery lumps. That just sounds revolting, honestly. That quite honestly could be anything, being one of those mystery lumps. And fried mystery lump? It sounds like they've, you know, gone to the hospital, gone to the morgue, where they've removed all of the tumours from people's bodies, taken those in a big bag, chucked them in the deep fryer. Here you go, there's a fried mystery lump. It's a fucking tumour. Or it could be a testicle for all we know. My steady resolve doesn't fade. I stuff the dinner down without tasting it at all, which is probably for the best. Yeah, it's like Fear Factor or something. You just sort of have to down it before you can even taste it. I don't have much homework to do, but what little I have won't get done by itself, so I stroll towards the dormitories. Oh, please tell me we're knocking on Kenji's door. Knock, knock, knocking on Kenji's door. Anyone get that song? Anyone? No? Know that song? He responds from the other side, although I can't make out what he said. I try the door, but it's locked. Oh, he comes out anyway. After several seconds, the locks click open and he opens the door. Hi. Hey, could I borrow a book? The library was already closed after I got away from my club meeting. He is squinting even more than usual and his eyebrows are twitching nervously. Oh god. Club? Oh, that's dangerous, man. Indoctrination, groupthink, brainwashing, you name it. High school clubs sow the seeds of conspiracy. Do you know how many secret societies have grown from high school clubs? Watch your back and don't get too deep in. You might not come back. Okay, Kenji. So, how about that book? Sure, but return them and don't spoil any of my books. No drinks, no food stains, no bodily fluids. Capiche? What sort of fucking book do you think I'm borrowing that's gonna require bodily fluids? Or involve bodily fluids? That's revolting. Thanks, bud. Oh good, he's gone. Instead of letting me in, he retreats from the door, closing it again. After a few seconds he returns. Oh, he's back. With a stack of 3 thick books and hands them over to me. Opening the topmost one, a familiar emblem stamped on the copyright page greets me. Your books? These are from the school library. They are now mine. You stole these? What are you talking about, man? I've been liberating these from the oppressive feminist movement that controls the library. Please say oppressive feminist movement doesn't mean that poor librarian girl Yuko. She couldn't even oppress a wet towel. Kenji turns away, mumbling something I can't make out, and closes the door behind him.